Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for a new show, Isekai Suicide Squad, Season 1, Episode 1. So, first off, if you guys are new to my channel, I do full-length timer-based reactions. If you don't know what that means, there will only be a timer in the corner and roughly 15 seconds to help you guys sync up. Other than that, you guys are going to have your own footage, watch the whole episode with me. There's a link in the description that teaches you it's a link to a video that I made that teaches you how to sync up with my content if you're not sure how all this works. And I talk more about why I do things this way. That way, when I start new shows and stuff, I don't need to go into a 5-minute explanation. So, check that out if you're interested. Uh, but yeah, I guess as for this show, and also just to mention it, I usually only plug my stuff on the first episode, and then I do it at the beginning of the first episode, and then I try to plug it at the end of the follow-ups. So hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content, very much appreciate it. My Patreon has early access, so you can get 2 episodes ahead of time on there for this show and others that I do. And also, there's the Patreon show tier where there's shows that I do on there before they even get released to YouTube. So you can catch shows like Solo Leveling Season 1 and 2, the rest of Freerun that hasn't been released yet, Dan to Dan Season 1 and 2, all that's on my Patreon. And will be released here eventually, just not yet. So if you want it early, you can support me there and get it. So links, all that in the description. Thanks. Anyway, moving on. With that out of the way, I want to say this before we get started. Obviously, I know this is like, I watched the trailer to this, and I thought it looked like wacky fun. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to be somehow super serious. You know, I don't want to underestimate it. But just to give a heads up on my history with, like, Batman and stuff, I'm not the biggest, like, Batman fan. And I know this is, like, I know at least Joker and Harley Quinn are in it. And I've seen, like, one Batman movie, and I've watched, like, the first couple seasons of Gotham, where, like, you kind of see Harley Quinn form. And obviously, just being around media, I have a rough idea of what Harley Quinn is supposed to be like. And obviously, I saw one Batman movie that had the Joker in it, and so I have like a rough idea of what he's supposed to be like. I haven't seen any of the cartoons either, so I have no idea if there's going to be Easter eggs and stuff that I might miss. I apologize if I do, because I'm not like a major Batman or Superman fan, right? So, apologies there. Like I said, I know the gist of those characters. I know, what most people know. Like Batman, had his family murdered in an alley, and he is a billionaire that is trying to get revenge. And, well, not revenge, but just like clean up the streets so what happened to his parents doesn't happen to others. I know Joker and Harley Quinn, as far as I know, they don't have any powers either. They're just kind of pretty crazy. So, although I don't know too much of their backstories, other than kind of seeing what Gotham did to portray Harley Quinn being formed, I don't know if that's true to her, like, comic book origins or not, but yeah. Anyways, with that out of the way, like I said, I saw the trailer, so I know this is, like, those characters being, like, isekai'd into, like, a fantasy world and just causing chaos and stuff from what the trailer looked like. So, I'm pretty excited. Without further ado, guys, let's just jump into it, and we'll talk more in the discussion after the episode. And we see what this first episode's about. Oh, I'm also watching in dubbed. I started doing Attack on Titan, my very first show on my channel, my very first, like, anime on my channel, that I decided to do in dub. Every other anime on my channel, I've done subbed. That's how I usually do things. But I've kind of been enjoying Attack on Titan. The reason... I won't get into it. But anyway, I decided that since these are kind of like Joker and Harley Quinn, it feels more like I should watch it in dubbed than subbed. So I decided to go with that route. Obviously, you guys are syncing up and watching along with me, so you get to pick whatever language you want. If you absolutely hate the dubbed, you can just sync up and watch the subbed, So, Just letting you guys know that that was my choice. And hopefully I didn't make a bad choice. Hopefully the dub is good. Usually these days dubs are pretty good. So anyway, we're gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, Batman! Oh, Superman! Wonder Woman! Aquaman! See, I know some of these. I don't... Wait, I wasn't sure that one. Flash. Green Lantern. Obviously. Oh, I got caught off guard. I'm not sure of the one in between. Wait, are we gonna have all of them, or is that just like a Warner Brothers opening that was just fun? Music. Oh. The animation's really interesting. Ooh. I like when the mask came down on the guy, it almost looked like he was opening his mouth with like the mouth on the mask. What is happening? So it's a science that brings him there? Okay. Oh, what studio is involved in this? Oh no. What is this mayhem already? Do they have a piano in their vehicle? Are they actually... Okay, no, I don't think so. Harley. Hmm. Just let all the money fly. Yeah, money! Okay, so are they gonna, like, hijack this portal, then? There was a body on the monitor. Yeah, that. Are they using someone's, like, power to Whoa! So who is that? Interesting. Oh, there is a piano in the car! What the heck? I didn't think there actually was. Is he steering with the piano? Is that one of the bombs? Uh-oh. Wait, is it supposed to be getting that big? I feel like the animation changed a little bit. When we were inside, it was more of like a wobbly, soft, like, really looked like super hand drawn. And now it looks a little more like solidified. I don't know. We're just gonna go hit up the bar. Hmm. So they're together. I don't know if that's normally a thing, if Harley and Joker are together. Hmm. Oh. Wait, what? I'm con- No one. Oh, she did not care. Oh my god, she got cut. What a badass. She came in this bar and talked about KJ, and the guy replied as if he knew who she was talking about, and then she's like, there's no KJ, and then they started fighting. Oh my god. The military is just shooting rockets at him. What the hell? Just climbs up the side of the building. Okay. What a beast. Well, this is pretty much as wacky as I thought it was going to be. Oh! Interesting. Am I supposed to know who this is? Because I don't. Wait. Wait, no, maybe I do. I don't know very much, but I think I've heard of that person. Maybe. It's almost like she's like accidentally dodging. She's like falling over with each like dodge, but it's kind of effective. It's just chaos. Her fighting style is just chaos. Not too bad. Like, it doesn't have like the anime like super speed that happens, but the movements are very fluid, even though they look a little slow. So she got her. Interesting. Oh man, he already had her pinned down. Was hitting her in the head necessary? Maybe. Whoa, are those floating islands? Suicide Squad Isekai. Okay. Unfortunately, oh here we go. Advanced research group uniting superhumans. So this is... She's forming her Suicide Squad now, huh? I know the rough idea of Suicide Squad too, even though I haven't seen it. It's like a team of bad guys that have, like, are controlled in some way. And I think I've heard in one version it's like a bomb in their head or something like that. Jeez. Her little Joker doll. What is she watching? What is that? Interesting. I don't know if it's because Harley is so pale that I don't notice it as much, but there's like a graininess on all the other characters, but I don't really see it too much on Harley. Maybe a tiny bit, but it feels less. Actually, right there, I don't see it. Oh, not the nuts. Why, though? I want to know why they need to go to this new world. What's the reason? Oh, this anime. It wouldn't be anime if there wasn't an obligatory... excuse the shit out of me? What just happened to her? She just got, like, jacked for a second. Bellboys? Belle Reeve? Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I don't know why I thought it said Bellboys on his shirt. What the heck? Hmm. I wonder... Brown. I wonder if I should know some of these characters other than Harley Quinn that's in the plane here. But I don't think I have any idea, so I apologize if I'm supposed to know. From, like, you know, DC. Adam. Is she already in a different... Are they... Okay. Yep. Are they already in the other world? When we saw her, like, naked there, was that her going through the portal? So they are all criminals. Oh shit. Oh, that's Amanda Waller. Okay, she's the one that, yeah, okay. I know that name from Arrow. I mean, it makes sense. I just didn't know if it was just going to be a different character. Is he going to be Joker? That's not good. Oh, the sky looks crazy. I think we're already in the other world. Oh, at least they're kind of acting like seatbelts, though. You might be okay because of it. Yep, okay, we're already... Oh. I hope I'm not supposed to understand what that said. I didn't have subtitles for it. I'll try to put subtitles on just to check. Oh, jeez. They are... Oh my god! Whoa! Okay. Oh, so is he the only one that's a metahuman then? Crazy. Getting like name drop stuff, I guess, because it's Warner Bros. Sometimes they refrain from using names for like copyright reasons. Just, oh my god, he thinks it's a film set. What is this metal thing? I guess they have metal weapons though, so. Oh, figured it out quick. I mean, the blood kind of made. What the fuck? Oh my god! Well, here's the fourth. I guess it's not Joker. Just shark. Whoa. Let's go. Is that the same shark that's in, like, The Flash? Just took one of their exes and... Are we gonna find out his name? Oh. Peacemaker. Oh my god! He can go full... I think I might know this one from Flash. Oh, Clayface. Wait. Okay, not the one that I thought it was gonna be, but I've heard of Clayface before. Oh my god, shark in the background there, what the fuck? Oh. He's, Deadshot, maybe? Deadshot, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, he is eating them. Wait, what the heck was that other thing? Was that one of them, or was that like a creature in this world? Oh, I love their magic rains. Cool sword. It just shoots it out of his hand. Oh. Frickin' fly, go away. Get out of my face! I hate flies. He's been bugging me all day. Freaking fly! Trying to land on my face! They are just name dropping so many different things. Ah, oh, he knows of isekais. Clayface is a fellow anime enjoyer. He's trying to eat the weird thing. Do they even know what they're saying? They speak a different language, although they look like they might be able to understand. Oh, okay, they're in prison. Well, from one prison to another, I guess. Hippie ass bag face. Whoa, that's a cool landscape. Ooh, look at this. What is this? Whoa! Wait, she's here? Okay, are they bad guys? Interesting. Alright, that is it, guys, for episode 1. That was fun. That was fun. It's one of those shows where, like, you know, I'm watching Attack on Titan right now, and I'm honestly okay with just, like, a fun, wild, let's go wacky show, you know? Because Attack on Titan, I'm at the point... I'll just say this, I don't want to spoil anyone, I'm towards the end of Season 3. If you know, you know. And so I'm just being, like, mind blown with so much stuff on there that it's, like, it's nice to watch this where it's, like, of course there's a story going on and I want to learn more about, you know, who were these people at the end that we just saw? Why is Amanda Waller wanting to, like, go to new worlds? Like, what probably some kind of like resources or something here that they want, but what is it that they're looking for specifically, you know? So there's a lot of questions in that regard, but yeah. So very interesting, very fun. I do like the animation. It is like interesting how sometimes like towards the very beginning, like some of the characters are just less like detail, and the more it feels like the more zoomed out it is, the more like grainy it is, which isn't a bad thing. I actually think it's an interesting style. I have no problem with it. It was just I was just trying to like identify it before, because there were a lot of moments where we saw like that graininess, but then every time we were like zoomed in on Harley and Joker, I like didn't see it anymore. And I was like, wait, well, what happened to that previous style? But then we had some scenes with Amanda and stuff where it didn't look as grainy anymore either, and like the random like security officers and stuff like that. But yeah, we started off with some craziness with Harley and Joker. Now I'm a little confused because why were they talking about going to a new world before they really like, it seems like Harley was kind of surprised that it was a new world, yet she was already talking about like wanting to go to a new world. Granted, she did say like she was talking about it being um like killer music and really good food. I could see the really good food. I mean, I guess they could just have like music in that fantasy, that isekai world. It could just be like, you know, a more fantasy styled music, and maybe she just enjoyed that. But I don't know, just the music part of what she was saying kind of threw me off a little bit, and I was like, well, wait a second, is she talking about something different? Is she just talking about going from being like a normal functioning member of society stepping into a new world of like what her and Joker do? Is that what she meant by like going to a new world? Or was she literally talking about like isekai into a new world kind of thing? I don't know. I just found it interesting because then they were like so shocked by what was happening later on when they actually got isekai'd and went to a new world. But but yeah. So we have someone is the catalyst for this portal to the new world. I wonder what that's about. I wonder if it's gonna be another. Is it another like DC hero or villain that has some kind of meta power that allowed a doorway to be opened to another world? And Amanda Waller is like using science to siphon that ability out of them in order to make a portal that they can travel through. They also made the portal big enough that they were able to stick a damn plane through it too, which is crazy. Or like but maybe that was just a really big helicopter. I don't know, but that's crazy too. There was a moment when they were going. Oh, also, I wanted to talk about the like the samurai hero. One, she was at the end, so that's really interesting. That is she part of the bad guys? Is she like trying to infiltrate the bad guys, and she is good? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that was the same character at the end, right? And I also wondered. There's a I watch Arrow, right? At least most of Arrow. I don't think I ever went and finished the last season, which I really should. The show kind of just fell off for me a bit. But I also watched some reactions of Arrow, and there was a character from uh wow, I'm spacing out on the actual like Arrow's actual like identity name. But slight spoilers for Arrow real quick here. There's a moment in Arrow's flashbacks where he meets someone, and then that someone's wife is like had something to do with some kind of like lily or flower or something, and she used a sword very well. And I remember when I watched a reaction, they were like, oh, is this supposed to be this DC hero or like DC character? I don't know if the hero is the right word, but like, is this supposed to be this DC character? And they said a name, and I can't remember what the name is, But I wonder if that's who this is supposed to be, because it was supposed to be like a samurai sort of style, female, seemingly like hero or vigilante or whatever word you want to use for these characters. So I wonder if that's who it's supposed to be, or is it just something entirely different? I don't know. I mean, I imagine at some point we'll learn the name. I just wanted to bring your attention to being like, if it is something like that. And I thought like the name had to do with like some kind of like flower or lotus or something along those lines. So I guess if we get that name revealed, maybe that'll be a clue as to that. But so it seems like they stuck our characters through this portal. Also, I don't know why my version, I need to have the Japanese subtitles on to see like the text that pops up on the screen, but having the Japanese subtitles on means that the dialogue doesn't match with the subtitles, and it really triggers me. So that's just something I'm gonna have to put up with, so that way I can actually see the text they're putting on screen. Uh, so that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Also, really nice that they gave her pizza. You know, that like looked like a pretty good pizza that she's eating in jail. Sorry, I'm skipping through the episode real fast, and I happened to see that. Oh, I see. It was just the different people like going through the portal. It wasn't that Harley suddenly got jacked. It was just like Harley's body, and then we jump cut to I think all three of or like the whole team going through. So we saw like the next frame was Deadshot, and then it quickly skipped. I think Clayface went really fast, and then the big jacked person was Peacemaker. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait, is Harley Quinn supposed to be like some like super? Is that like telling me that Harley Quinn is some like super jacked like person, but their body frame is just like really small, like some kind of like power that she has or something? I was like, I didn't think Harley had a power. I thought she was kind of crazy. The crazy lady. But we also have Shark here. I can't remember. It wasn't just Shark, right? It was something. What was it called in Flash? But I wonder. I mean, I imagine it was supposed to be that character, right? Shit, what was the character called in Shark? I mean, in Shark, in Flash. Oh shit, I can't remember. I don't think they. Let me. I'm trying to get to the splash art here. Frickin' fly. Oh, when I'm done recording, you piece of shit, there's a trick to catching flies. If you guys want to know a trick to catching flies that are in your room, and without having to have like some kind of like, you know, device or something, you take like an empty water bottle, like I have one right here on the top of my trash. My trash is mainly water bottles. But yeah, you cut like right here, like right above the label. You take the cover off, you flip it upside down, you fill like the bottom part of the cup with water, and you pour some sugar in it and stir it around. And the fly will go. You flip like you cut the top part off and then flip it upside down and stick it in, so this part is inside the cup, and then it makes like a funnel where they'll go in and they'll come like through the hole into the bottom of the bottle, and then they'll get stuck because they have a hard time getting back out through the tiny hole, right? And then what I usually do is I just put my hand over the whole thing and then either go release them outside or do whatever you decide you want to do to them, you know? Actually, I'll leave that out because I'm going to go use that. So I'm going to try to set that up and see if I can catch this fucker because he has been bothering me for like 2 or 3 days. Like, I don't know what their lifespan is like. He might be dying of old age soon, but goddamn, has he been pissing me off. He like he landed on my glasses today while I was streaming, just playing games like 3 times. It frickin' was pissing me off. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that little tangent. I want to get to the splash art where they start fighting because we also got some additional information. Also, let me get the subtitles up properly. Okay, so King Shark. That's right. It popped it up. There was just so much on the screen. There's like King Shark, and then there's the description at the bottom which says metahuman in the form of a shark has the IQ of a kindergartner. And I was like reading that while also like I saw a shark and like I don't know. I just it was so much so quickly on the screen that I didn't get to read it all. But King Shark. That's right. Maybe I should write that down because knowing me, let me I take notes just to help me remember because I watch a lot of shows, there's a lot of things going on in them, there's a lot of names, a lot of characters. And these days, I'm an old man, my memory just doesn't cut it anymore. So Harley Quinn, the Maiden of Mischief, former psychiatrist. Okay. It's crazy the idea of a psychiatrist just going cuckoo bananas. We have Clayface, a shape changer made of living clay. An unpopular movie actor. So when he was bragging about being a movie actor, he's just not very known. Okay. Wait, I think I accidentally skipped past Deadshot. Or not Deadshot, I'm sorry. Peacemaker. Here it is. Peacemaker. A violent vigilante who is determined to achieve peace at all costs. Okay, so he is violent. I was wondering, why is someone named Peacemaker a bad guy? So, I know, I've heard of Deadshot, because he was an Arrow. I've heard of Clayface, because he was either in The Flash, or I've heard of him from The Flash, or something like that. I can't remember. I know there was like a magma guy. No, it wasn't magma. He was like Tar, right? Tarface or something was in the Flash. I don't know if Clayface was in the Flash, but I think when I watched a reaction of the Flash, I think the people in the reaction might have talked about Clayface, and that might be where I like heard about Clayface, you know? Um or just random DC stuff I heard of Clayface. Never heard of Peacemaker. Um, so really, I think Peacemaker out of our whole group is the only one that I've never really heard of in the DC world. Obviously, I imagine he's a thing. I'm sure. Yeah, so we have Deadshot, professional assassin, and expert marksman who never misses his target. Okay, cool. I think that was all of them, right? But yeah, alright, cool. Frickin' King Shark just eats people. Now, I knew that in The Flash, I knew he, like, tore people apart, but I didn't know he actually, like, consumed them. That's a really interesting conundrum when it comes to, like, something like that, because if he's a human turned into King Shark, then is that technically a human eating other humans? Kind of awkward. Or does he identify as a shark now? Anyway, I wonder how he seems crazy. How do they does he like he has an IQ of a kindergartner, right? So how do they keep that under control? Like is a kindergartner capable of understanding the idea of also he's eating these pig things. He's technically not eating people even though they're in like a humanoid form. So we technically don't know that he eats people. I just realized I might have jumped the gun. Maybe he doesn't eat people. Maybe he just eats these. Anyway, with that, how do you keep control of him? The fly just landed on my head again. Get away! Ooh, I touched him with my finger that time. He's gonna be pissed. Maybe he won't come back for a little bit. Oh my god! Frickin' fly landed on my head, motherfucker. It's my arch nemesis. It's my villain. That fly is my villain. It's my Harley Quinn. Anyway, that freaking weird thing. I'm paused showing the shark, and it has that weird thing that's like near the orcs. Anyway, This reaction is all over the place. I will say that. So, I was saying, oh yeah, how do you control him? Is what I was trying to say. If he has the IQ of a kindergartner, can he fathom the idea that he has a bomb in his neck, and if he like strays too far away, he's gonna blow up. Like, I feel like you tell a kid that, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, right, idiot," you know, and then they're just gonna go off and do whatever they want. But anyway, uh, I don't know if it matters now because he might be dead. But was Adam? Because Amanda, I think Amanda said you'll be working with my associate Adam. Was Adam the guy that was in the plane with them that had like Brown? Was he like Adam Brown or something written down on his shirt like that? Was that him? Like I said, it might not matter anymore because he might be dead in that crash. We haven't seen him, I don't think. But also, I think I remember like seeing Joker being like isekai too. So does he come in like voluntarily to go after Harley? Does he get a bomb implanted in him, or does he just like sneak into the base and like go through the portal himself? I don't know. I'm really curious to learn more about that and just this world in general. Like I said in the beginning, I want to know why they're here. What do they want? You know. So anyway, but it seems like a fun premise, mixing like an anime theme of like isekai with like the Suicide Squad. It just seems fun, you know. Like there's so many isekais now that when I see an isekai, I kind of get a bad taste in my mouth, you know. Whenever I'm looking at the new shows each season, um I always see like 5 more isekais coming out, you know, like I isekai'd into a vending machine or something like that, you know. It's like it's crazy what's out there now. But so like I mean if people like them then sure that's fine. I loved like the idea of them at first because obviously as a gamer myself being like teleported into like a game world would just be really cool, but somewhere along the line they just overdid it, kind of like how I like the idea of the battle royale genre in video games, but then they came out with 7,200 battle royale games and now I'm just over it, you know. uh, if I hear a battle royale's coming out, I'm just like, oh, great, cool, probably not gonna touch it. You know, it's it's something. It has to do with that. But I will say, I think this is such a fun and unique twist on it. Just bringing in like, it's just really interesting bringing in like this mix of DC, which is just kind of like an American sort of you know, comic book line made into like a cinematic universe sort of thing. I don't know if they consider themselves a cinematic universe, but anyway, um mixed with like Japanese themes of isekaiing and kind of like a more anime style like drawing and everything when it comes to the characters, and especially the isekai world looks super anime. It's just like a really interesting mesh of cultures that I'm really interested in seeing how they blend these two things together into a cohesive story. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I already mentioned subscribing and Patreon and all that stuff, so this is usually where I mention it, so I won't go over all that again. But links should have been in the description. They should be popping up on the screen as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this fly motherfucker. That's it for me. I gotta go kill this thing. Hopefully you enjoyed. Bye-bye.